In this video today, I'm building a complete strategy from scratch. This is a double EMA strategy that I built using Claude Opus 4.6. And Claude Opus was able to build, test, and refine, and also optimize the perfect parameters for this strategy. And this chart right here is just, I could have chosen any crypto coin or any stock. Doesn't have to be crypto, but I did choose the Solana 1 hour chart. And yeah, in this area here, I have 16% drawdown, and this is out of sample data. So this is data that the training agent, the trading engine that I have Claude Opus using, withheld that data and it tuned the parameters on the first set of data. And this is the second set of data that I didn't show it originally. And the purpose of that is to see that it still holds up when you show it new data that it hasn't seen before. Also, there is some Monte Carlo simulations that I ran, and I'm going to show you the results right here. Let's let it load. And the important thing with these Monte Carlo simulations, it's randomized candlesticks from the data set, except you just want to make sure that it's not curve fit. If you randomize the candlesticks and it's still performing, notice how it's not collapsing. Like, it doesn't have a ton of profit, but this price action is far more difficult and challenging than normal. There's extra volatility added into it. And so this stress test, there's also one more stress test I have right here that I just want to quickly show you before we get into it. And this is another sample set of the Monte Carlo and bootstrap simulations that I put it through. So I have all of the simulation data right here. This is exactly computed just like TradingView does. And here is the out of sample dashboard right here. So it's showing the Sharpe ratio is 0.89. which maybe we can get that up. I really like maximizing Sharpe and minimizing the drawdown, which is only 16% right here. And so, yeah, our target here today, I'm not sure how much farther we could push this. Again, Claude Opus built this from scratch, so I'm going to show you how I did that. But yeah, obviously, if you like everything AI trading, be sure to slap a subscribe and bell notification icon. And as well, I know not a lot of you guys are liking the videos. Be sure that you just take one extra second, like the video. And if you comment down below, I'll reply to all comments within the first day or so. So be sure to get your questions in and I'll answer directly down in the comments section if you have anything at all to ask. All right, right here is the conclusion that I have for my Claude Opus. What I actually did here, this is after overnight, I let the system run. I let Claude Opus run all overnight while it used my system. And I let it use my trading engine. So this trading engine is something that I built myself over the course of a little bit over a year to get it down right so it runs really fast. And I can build and let Claude Opus build and add new features, new trading rules, new logic, new math, and then it compiles it and then tests it, automatically optimizing it. So the reason I do this is just because it's really hard to go on TradingView and then plug in your strategy and then go through all your trading settings on your own manually. This takes a very long time. You're going through TradingView servers, which are slower than doing it yourself. So I built that myself, and that's just my logic for doing that. Now, I wanted to help you guys do backtest straightforwardly as well. So I built a signal swap website over the last 6 months or so. And so I've been a little bit away, but I'm back now. And yeah, this is the backtesting module. If you want to help test it, it's going to be live next week. But right now you can set up signals for Apex, Bybit, and Pinex if you want to come set up your bot signals, and then you can get early access to potentially publish on the marketplace as well. We're just in the first stage of alpha testing. So come to the Discord if you want to try it out. Links down below. And just send me a quick ping in the Discord and I'll give you access to the alpha testing chat with the instructions, the password to access the site. The site's currently locked, so you won't be able to access this unless you come through and just get registered with me. But we're going to be launching the site very soon as well. So by the time you watch this video, the site might be live. It's signalswap.io. All right, so when I let Claude Opus run my machine overnight, the reason why I'm doing that, and I'm not just letting it go and, I'm not just asking it, find me the best stocks to trade, or, what I am giving it is access to my full trading engine on my own machine. Now you can build one of these using, Backtrader, there's Vector BT, there's a lot of different Python modules you can work with, and, Claude can build some of these for you. And, through enough refinement, once you have a simple system working, you can have Claude handle that for you. So that's what I'm doing with my own machine. If you want me to do a tutorial in that, comment down below if that's something you guys want to know about, how I built my backtesting machine. And for now, so what it did, I asked it to, build a filter, like turning off trades and not trading during super choppy periods of the market. And it was actually able to do that for me. So right here, there's one of the runs that it did was this one I'm going to show you right here. So we got a little bit better. We got the Sharpe from 0.89 to 0.9, so slightly better, little bit of incremental improvements from the last one, which is this one right here. So on this run, we have a flat detector. So basically it's detecting, when is the market not really moving much? If this is a breakout bot, it's looking for those major moves, it's going to want to turn off and go to sleep when the market's not really moving. And the market, honestly, if we zoom out on the market, it really makes these big catapult moves maybe once a month for about a couple days, and then it's over and we just creep along. Like right now, it's not a really big trading day. So you want your bot to know and identify these periods so that it can properly, turn off, and then obviously register that, the market's not doing much now, but once it makes a bigger move, it should turn on and wake up and start trading again. And this avoids, drawdown. If your bot is trying to catch these catapult trades and the market just reverses immediately, you're going to end up burning out very quickly. So that's why we do, the rigorous stress testing. We don't just do one back test and configure it until, we're happy. What we actually have to do is run enough tests that the system is actually flexible enough to respond to new sort of markets in real time. Because yes, history is going to repeat. Like, we're going to have cone formation, we're going to have a little breakout, you're going to look at the candle retest. Yes, that happens, but it doesn't always happen the same way. Maybe there's a liquidity sweep a little bit earlier, a little bit later, maybe there's more volume. And if your bot isn't configured to be flexible to those, you're going to miss out. And the bot will just collapse. Like, I've seen it happen countless times. And yeah, 99% of bots out there do not function in real time. That's why you really need to dive into the statistics and, put that little bit of extra effort in to make your bot really powerful. And that way your account will actually grow over time. And some of these bots, this one's up 24%, this one's, up 20%. These bots are able to perform reliable and able to kind of just set and forget them. But it's always good to see which version of the bot you're running. And then I usually shut it down if it hits minus 25%. Different variations of your bot, like you'll notice one parameter difference will actually make a huge difference in real time. So, you don't want to leave that to chance. And so that's why that extra stress tests are the secret that I've been using. The other thing that I have been doing overnight, I let my system run a bunch of possible trade exits. Now, to use these with a double EMA, which I've shared an open source version of the double EMA in the Trade Tactics Discord if you want to go there and try to find it. I really do like the double EMA concept. It seems to be fairly reliable, and that's how I got the results here today. But the trade exit filters are really, really difficult. I tried a bunch of them and then it broke them down here. And yeah, none of them actually were able to surpass, just using it without the stop losses or take profits. So actually the system didn't beat it. So, I was actually able to just keep it at that Sharpe Ratio 0.9. The stop losses, reduce the profit, and it's really good to be able to zoom through all of the possible parameters really quickly, just to rule out really bad rules, really bad trading logic, and just to know that this system here seems to be reliable and fairly robust. We could put it through some more tests in live trading, which all I would have to do for this is go over to Claude Opus and prompting it right now, just convert this quickly from, we're doing this in Python Python right now, so really fast to code in Python, run backtests, and then yeah, we're just converting it into PineScript directly. So it'll do that. It'll launch the text file for me. Once I plug that into TradingView, I can connect that directly to SignalSwap. So while it's converting now, if you're an alpha tester on SignalSwap, and just come to the Discord and ask me for access, and I'll make you an alpha tester, you can get access. I just go to the create bot section and give your bot a really good name. We're just going to choose the double EMA Opus bot. And I can run this on, the Bybit testnet. There's a testnet, so you don't have to plug in real money. If you're just, you want to see if this functions in real time. And this is the Solana USDT pair that I'm going to use it on. This area here, verify with the backtest results. This is through the SignalSwap website. So if I had run a backtest through the website, I would just select it from this menu here. It'll pop up. You can add it. And this is just a feature, it'll work perfectly without it. It'll show the backtest results on the marketplace. So it gives that extra credibility. So people know that, you're not only is your bot performing in real time, which all the bots have to with real signals, but, it also has some stress tests that it's been through so people can get a better idea. So once you do that, you just click next, scroll down, you enter the amount of funds you want. So we're just going to do $1,000 of the Bybit test funds per trade. And yeah, we could do flat or other size or, percent of equity. So it'll profit reinvest. And then from here, yeah, we could just go ahead and we don't need the take profit or stop loss because our backtest, we didn't have that. So I don't want to add them. I could always just add a safety one like 10% or 15%. You never really know, but it'll work perfectly well without it. So once I do that, I click next and it's going to generate us our webhook right here. So this is the webhook. So I can just click copy on that, head over to TradingView. And once I have my PineScript strategy, Claude Opus is currently converting it. But once I have that, it's really just, pasting it in and then going to the alert. Once I have configured it with the one-to-one settings that I like, then yeah, all I would do is select that from here, select the strategy, and I would click the message tab and then delete everything here in the message and just paste. I would select the message tab and then just paste in the full thing here. It has to be empty before you hit paste. It has to be exactly what SignalSwap gives you when you click the copy button. And then we can just click we'll give this a name, the DEMA Opus bot. And then for notifications, we are going to select webhook URL. And so the webhook URL here goes in the webhook slot, and then the alert message goes right here on this page before the message. And once that's all configured, I can hit create. I'm not going to now because I haven't officially configured everything here. That's just a demo of how it's done. Once that's done, you just click the confirm button here once you rate everything, and then deploy the bot. It'll create it here, and here your bot is activating on the SignalSwap website, and here it's redirecting to the dashboard, loading it up for us, and there is our bot right there. So that is the bot highlighted. Now we can actually click this to pop it up, and we'll be able to see any trading activity that the bot has. So we can monitor the live trades. They're going to show up right here on the bottom side here on this panel. We could also step in if anything happens. So we can draw on the chart, and we can do a little TA to make sure that, if things are going really awfully, here is our strategy loaded up actually right here. So Claude Opus just finished. It's just wrapping up, but we got our strategy right here. So I can have the full strategy. Let's copy that. I got a little ahead of myself there, but here is the PineScript chart. And I have, the new chart here. Let's just delete that, paste in everything Claude Opus gave us. This is the exact logic that we're using for this strategy. I'll hit add to chart. And obviously here are all the inputs here, 20, 155, 35, and 67.5 here, right from our backtest. And it's just going to take a little bit of training. This logic isn't exactly what I had with, in the Python version, but relatively, it seems like it's close, but it might take some refinement for that. I won't show you guys that. It's really just prompting, but it's still, by default here with the first run, it's obviously able to catch some of these really big swoops. And then from here, it's just about refinement. So I could create the alert. I'll just configure this until I'm happy, go back to Claude Opus and just tell it like, hey, look, 1-to-1, this isn't lining up. Here is what's different, and continue refining it until we have the perfect Python equivalent. And so for If you are an alpha tester right now, the trade history tab, once you click open your bot and you can navigate to the trade history tab, you'll have all your trades coming in here. So if there's any errors, that's where they'll be. You'll see successful trades. It'll confirm here or not. And you can confirm on the exchange as well. And yeah, just for any alpha tester, if you're out there, just shoot me a message in the Discord if anything goes wrong. Just come to the Discord, go to the alpha testing chat, and just let me know. But if you're not part of the alpha testing group, which is going really well, there's a lot of people who are getting involved. Join the Discord link is in the description of the video. So I will probably just wrap up the video here. Let me know if this was a good tutorial, and I can always build more strategies like this live for you guys in the future. If this is good content, if you want to see more of this, I can show you guys more of how I was able to build this strategy engine, how it built all of this for me, this custom dashboard that I built 100% myself. And from there, I wish everyone good luck in their trading and testing, and I will see you in the next video.